Okay, I think that's more like it. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for taking out your time. Thank you for being so very patient with me. I see that we now have Instagram. Looks like it's up and running. We now have, I believe, Facebook is also up and running. Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you. Thank you. I want to thank you so very, very much. Welcome to the Mitch Race podcast. It's so good to see you all. You know, sometimes these little things, they try to trip us up, but nothing can stop us because we are unstoppable. If you are unstoppable, I want you to put unstoppable in the comments this morning, okay? I want to see how many unstoppable people we really have on board with this, okay? Because that is the way that I feel. I am hoping that you also do feel that way. And because you are how you feel, and what you say to yourself is what you actually believe and buy into yourself on. So if you are, that's right. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Yes, I see. And I'm going to name some names. Darren Walker, I see you are unstoppable. Bren Harris, I see you are unstoppable. Blessed morning. Blessed morning. I'm going to head over to Instagram and see who else is unstoppable. Always destined for greatness. Sonia Dungy, I see you are unstoppable. Nettie, I see you are unstoppable. Anthony Smith from DC, I see you are unstoppable. All right, now we've got that stuff out of the way. Super Saturday hellos to you all. This is the Mitch Race podcast. And before we get cooking, I want to wish each and every one of you out there a super Mother's Day weekend. And I say that knowing that it might be really hard for some, and that some of you have had loved ones that have been gone a while, and it still feels like the pain never goes away. Trust me, I'm one of those people. Um, you may have recently lost your mom, or maybe even a child, but what I hope that this message does for you today, what I hope to do is really just to encourage you to find something or even someone to celebrate, and find a way to experience gratitude in your moment. Because if you find a way to experience gratitude in your moment of loss, or in your moment of heartbreak and heartache, um, I'm going to tell you something. Do it for them. Do it for them, knowing they would want you to do it for yourself. Okay, are we clear? And let's have a good time here on the Mitch Race podcast, and let's have a wonderful and amazing Mother's Day weekend. I am Mitch Race, and I'm an image strategist. Essentially, what I do is I help people who have or have had, presently having, an image or self-esteem crisis, as it were. And I help middle-aged to seasoned professional men go from distracted, unclear, and not knowing their value, gain clarity and vision, so they can become the best version of themselves while earning the desired high-level income to match their image. And today, I'm going to share some ways to communicate confidently with others. Okay, just give me 1 second for a tune-up. There we go. Okay, today I'm going to share some ways to communicate confidently with others. And this is an area I know a lot of people are struggling with, and it definitely can hold you back in a number of ways. So I'm going to start with why it's important, and then dive into some details. Becoming confident in communicating with others is necessary for personal and professional growth. It allows individuals to express themselves clearly, build stronger relationships, and adapt to socializing more easily. When we become confident in our communication, we can be effective. So, gaining confidence in communicating with others is crucial for reducing stress and anxiety. We can let our hair down a little more and relax and enjoy occasions and events. We can learn about others, make good, meaningful contacts, expand our understanding, create friendships, and make new memories. in many cases, build lifelong relationships and friendships. It's done that for me. I know it can do that for you. We can focus better and really be in the moment, whereas we miss so many things when we're worried or we have anxiety about how we're coming across and whether or not we're going to say something stupid in that moment. And I just want to say that as a person who has confidence, you learn to kind of move past the moment because you realize it's just that it's a moment. But I think it's also important to stay in that moment, to get in that moment and kind of be relaxed in the moment so that you can communicate better. You so that you feel good. You want to embrace the power of that moment. You want to embrace the energy of that moment. You want to embrace everything around it. You want to embrace that environment. You want to embrace that feel good. And you want to promote the right energy so that you can feel good in that moment. Confidence in communication can lead to better decision making, improved relationships at work, and increased self esteem. You will feel better about what you know and what you do. All right. S- So now let's look. So now let's look at 6 ways to communicate confidentially with others. And yes, I do agree. Communication suffers when you are stressed. It absolutely does. So here are the 6 ways. Focus on using clear and concise language. Employ active listening, which is a skill that we get value from if we get good at it, and nonverbal cues. We communicate a lot nonverbally. Prepare beforehand. Be mindful of your body language and practice empathy to foster genuine connections. So now that I've given you the outline, we're going to take a 30,000 foot view on those 6 key ways that I just mentioned to communicate with confidence, starting with prepare. Before conversation or presentation, gather your thoughts and plan your message. This builds confidence in your ability to articulate your ideas. Number 2, use clear and concise language. Try to avoid jargon, long sentences, and rambling. Speak directly and to the point, making it easy for others to understand you. Number 3, practice active listening. And I see a comment coming in from Strong Island. Active listening is paramount. Absolutely is. Practice active listening. Pay close attention to what others are saying, both verbally and non-verbally. Show genuine interest by asking clarifying questions and reflecting back what you understand to demonstrate empathy. And I know that while this might be challenging somewhat, that it is something that's worthwhile getting good at. It can be challenging in the sense that when someone says something, they might be long winded. Um, they might use jargon that you don't understand. I would say in that case, try to extract from it the simplicity of what you can. Try to extract the short from what they said. And if not, you can even ask them to repeat it. It wouldn't be rude necessarily, but try to ask them and just you can even say to them that, could you be a little clearer, please? I want to make sure that I understand your point because because you're important and you're valuable. And I really want to address this with you. And I really appreciate the fact that you're sharing with me. Show that you care about what it is that they're saying. Number 4, be mindful of your body language. Maintain eye contact. Look at them. Stand tall and use open gestures to project confidence. Avoid fidgeting or nervous habits that can detract from your message. And what I would say in this case, one of the things that you want to do is really think about yourself in that moment, exactly what it is you may be doing. Not so much where as you draw attention to it, but just so much that you realize there may be something that you're doing that could possibly be distracting, that could be something odd. Pay close attention to your own body signs and your own body language. Try to focus on you. Try to be really mindful of your own body language. Try to be mindful of the timbre of your voice, the tempo, how it makes you feel, how it makes others feel verbally. Be mindful of those things. Embrace empathy. Try to understand the other person's perspective and acknowledge their emotions. This builds rapport and fosters a more positive communication, a more dynamic communication. Simply put yourself in the shoes of others you may be communicating with. See if you can feel how they feel. Really concentrate and focus in that moment. Check how they're feeling. Take a pulse. See how that makes you feel and respond accordingly. Respond with empathy. Embrace empathy. Number 6, practice assertiveness. Be clear about your needs and boundaries while being respectful of others. That is just so important. Express your opinions with confidence, but avoid being aggressive or overly demanding. And I understand that this too could also be challenging because I've been there. Sometimes you're at a meeting and you're so excited and you have such anxiety about the thing that you want to say that sometimes it just doesn't come out right and you use the wrong tone, you use the wrong language, and someone interprets what you say incorrectly and you responding and you're in that response mode. And it's when you're in that response mode, it's more of it can be a defensive mode. And when that happens, you sort of second guess yourself and you're wondering, wow, did I just blow it? I really blew that. I didn't speak well at all. I really didn't handle that at all. And I can tell you that going back sometimes and looking at the situation, and it may feel really bad at the time, but when you think about it, and if you can kind of construct it as a lesson, as a something that you just learned about yourself, and not be hard on yourself, and not be as judgmental or judgmental really at all about what it is that um, the way that you communicate it, that it'll actually come off better for you the next time around. If you have to apologize, by the way, sometimes in being overly assertive in your communication, sometimes you have to do that. And just know that it's not a weakness, it's a strength. And if you can understand that, you'll get more value. You'll become a better communicator. You'll communicate more confidently. People will have more trust in how you deliver your message, and so will you. So I'm going to briefly just go over these areas again, just to make sure that we've got it, because we're now coming in for that landing. We're now cruising in. So again, the 6 key ways to communicate with confidence are: number 1, prepare. Do your best to prepare before a conversation or your presentation. Take time out, breathe, plan your message, practice. Number 2, use clear and concise language. Try not to ramble. Rambling happens to us all. It's happened to me. But don't get caught up in that. Just Do your best to use clear and concise and language. Practice active listening. Again, a skill that's so vital and valuable that it is worth practicing because it really shows respect and it really shows that you understand the value of communicating with others. Number four, be mindful of your body language, both verbally and verbally. Be mindful of your body language, both verbally and visually. Avoid fidgeting or nervous habits. Number five, embrace empathy. Empathize with somebody else, empathize with the person, put yourself in their shoes. Number six, practice assertiveness. Be clear without being aggressive. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to shout to get your point across. Just want to get your point across and share. Have a desire to share with others and look at it like that instead of, I have to get my point across. They need to know how I feel. They need to know what I think. Sometimes just pull back a little bit and be confident. So, by focusing on these six key areas, you can communicate with more confidence and effectively connect with others. Communicating with confidence, learning how to do it, and getting good at it can be a really great learning experience and life changing in so many ways. And I hope that you got a lot of value from today's podcast. I really do. If you're watching the replay, then please let me know how this has been helpful and drop me a DM. If you drop me a DM, the first few people dropping me a DM, let's, give it a number three. I like that. Number three is good. Drop me a DM. And I would say, let's call this one Confidence 2025. Drop me a Confidence 2025 DM, and I will give you a free half-hour session. Help you to become your best, help you to be a better communicator, help you to enjoy the benefits of having a six-figure self-image, get you on to something in 2025 that can be greater for you than it was in 2024. In other words, let's go. I want to thank you all for being here on the Mitch Race podcast. And I want to thank you for taking up your time. And again, just for allowing me gracefully, being so graceful and allowing me to be late and to come back to you correct, because that's super, super important. I'm going to go over some of your messages here, if you don't mind. I'm going to start with Instagram and look to make my way over to Facebook because I see you out there, family. I want to let you know that. And I see that you've gotten great value. I want to thank you very, very much, Strong Island, for your comment. As a reminder, sprinkle kindness wherever you go. Absolutely, sprinkle kindness. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Covington, Georgia. Thank you, Tennille. You icon. Straight and to the point. Thank you. You're welcome, Anthony. Thank you so much. These six keys can take us a long way in life. Thank you, Nettie. Florida. Seek to understand in order to be understood. It's a plug for Stephen Covey. Absolutely. I respect that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, DC. Thank you, Anthony. Body language does speak volumes. Absolutely, Florida. Thank you, Nettie. Nothing beats a clear, precise understanding. That is absolutely true. Active listening is paramount. That was always destined for greatness. Sonia Dungy. Yes, so much. You are all amazing in your comments. I want to thank you. I'm going to have to hold on to those prayerfully. I'm going to see if I can go over to Facebook and see if I can catch some of your comments there. I'm scrolling down a little bit because it's always a little trickier sometimes when you try to go in and see where you are. But I know that I'm there, so just bear with me. Okay, I see. I want to thank my cousin Betty Moore from Jersey being here. Love you. Concise and clear, Bren Harris from Oklahoma. Thank you so very much, Bren. I'm glad that you're here. S- Powerful, yes. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you, Bren. Thank you, Oklahoma. You all are amazing. See what other comments we have, if we can. Great morning. Great morning, always destined for greatness. Great morning, Elba Torres. You all are amazing and awesome. I'm over here at the YouTube channel. I want to thank you all for at the YouTube channel for checking in and getting in on this live. Thank you. Your support means everything. Thank you so very much. Awesome. I want to thank you all. I see that you received some extreme value. I want to thank you so much for that. Always destined for greatness, Strong Island. Thank you. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here in the Mitch Race podcast. I am Mitch Race. I'm looking at Masterclass 2 being May 25th, time to be announced, and more details as we go. I've taken up enough of your time. You have a happy Mother's Day. You all have things to do, family, friends, food, all the kind of things that my mom would love as well. I'm going to do a special podcast most likely tomorrow. It's not going to be long. It'll be short. And it's going to be pretty interesting. So I hope that you all will be there for the special Mother's Day podcast. So far, it looks like I'm going to do a 9 o'clock a.m. So it gives people a chance to do everything they need to do. If there are any mother's breakfasts that you need to go to, by all means, do go to them and make those work for you. If you can make it, wonderful. If you can't, then catch the replay and share it with your mom and share it with others. I think it's going to be, and I do believe it is going to bring great value. And it's a great way to spend some Mother's Day with those who still have their mothers and those who are missing their moms. And I do appreciate and understand that. Have a wonderful and amazing and beautiful Saturday. It's gorgeous out here. You all are so beautiful and amazing, and I love you. And thank you again for tuning into the Mitch Race podcast. Until the next time that we meet, reframe your vision, reframe your value, and reframe your victory. Thanks for being here, everybody. See you soon. Thank you.